Hi guys, it's Emma's Parlor again, and I am doing another tutorial on this gorgeous Taryn Lynn.
Thank you.
TarynLynn.com is her blog name, and my blog name is emmasparlor.com. So what we're going to do today is the fishtail, the Dutch fishtail going around, and we're just going to pin it in the back. And what I've gone and done, I've combed her hair, I've brushed it, I've put some Moroccan oil through, and I have clipped a section. So this is just kind of like, I've parted her hair also to the side. I've done it slightly off center over to the side and just the straight back part. And what I'm going to do is start at the front, and I'm leaving some of her hair down in front of her ear and in her face kind of thing, just her bangs, and I've taken just a chunk of hair to work with. So I kind of sectioned it off just to make my life easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two sections because it's a fishtail. And to do a fishtail, normally just a simple fishtail, normally you take an outer piece, a small one, and bring it over to one side, and then an outer piece and you bring it over to one side, and you just keep those two sections going. But what I'm going to do today is take my two sections, first two sections, I'm going to take pieces about this big, if you can see, and I am going to take small little outer pieces and go underneath instead of over top. Just like with the Dutch French braid, I'm going underneath. And I'm going to do this a few times before I go in and take more hair from this bottom. More hair from her head into the braid. So I'm just doing this a few times just to get the feel of the look of the fishtail. And I'm going under just a few times. And this braid will look really tight at first, and then I'm going to pull it out to make it chunkier and thicker looking. And it makes the hair look so thick, it's kind of crazy. So I'm going to take a step back. Actually, I'm going to step over here because I feel like I'm not in the camera way. And I'm going to take a piece that isn't in the clip. I'm taking like a fairly large piece, and I'm putting it, and I'm just adding it to that right hand section. And then I'm also doing that and adding a bigger, like a good size piece into this other section. And I'm going to continue on doing my fishtail braid for a while. So I'm going under instead of over. Always just say to yourself under, and then you'll keep that pattern going. And just taking relatively small pieces and always keeping a good tension. And because I'm working, I don't want to work up too high, I'm like going in a downward. I'm holding it in that form of a tension. I'm going down with it. Because I want it to swoop across. I want us to swoop down like that, not high up. Just added a big chunk of hair into it. And I'm going to do that on the same thing. Always do the same thing on the other side. So I'm bringing that and I'm going like that. So it's cool with this kind of braid because you don't need to keep taking pieces as you go along. You just take a break and continue braiding, and then you take the pieces. And that's how you keep that fishtail look throughout. So I'm taking a piece, going under, working in my downward motion. The littler the pieces, almost the better, because you're really getting that fishtail look. I mean, I don't take tiny little micromillimeter pieces, but I'm taking relatively small compared to the rest of the chunk that I have in my hand. So I have continued to braid. I'm just braiding down, 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 all the way to the end of the braid. So, or the end of her hair. So I'm just finishing off this braid, and then I will pull it apart and clip it to the side. So I'm going to end here. I'm going to take a clear elastic.
Yikes.
Trusty clear elastic. And I'm going to just tie it 3 times, not super tight, because I want to be able to pull at the braid. And so now this hair, I don't have to worry about sectioning it off or anything anymore. So I'm just letting it down. And so what you'll see me do, so I'll just get you to turn your head a little bit. Maybe just a little less, there we go. Perfect, thank you. And I'm going to spray her hair actually first, just so that it stays put. Okay, so now I'm just pulling it apart. So I'm pinching it just like in my last video. Pinching. The old pinch and pull. And yeah, so I'm just, you don't have to be that gentle with it. You can just kind of go in and pull it as much as you want. It's almost like the more you kind of be a little bit pulling with it, the more it'll get that 3D effect. You can always go in and kind of sort of smooth over any fuzzies, any flyaways.
Oh, that looks so cool.
The thicker, the more 3D it is and the thicker it is, the better. I like a big fat pull apart braid because it stands out and it just is unique and fun. So now I'm just pulling it out still, continually doing that, just continually pulling at the braid. And carefully, I'm just kind of gonna stick it in with bobby pins. And then I'm gonna go in after and make sure all her extensions are covered. Everything that's sticking out is not sticking out too much. And like any kind of flyaways. So I'm just letting that hair, you can do different things with this kind of braid. You can pin it right here and just let it kind of come down into the hair. Or you can pin it going across and then do another braid going across, which I might in a second just add a little bit of a braid just to bring it all in type of thing. And I'm gonna also, with this look, I think it looks really good to have the hair like slightly waved. So like a loose wave. So I'm just going in and spraying and just cleaning it up with my tail comb and my hairspray. And then she can always have her hair coming into the front like that. So it's cute even just like this, and I'll wave it out for you just so you can see what it looks like wavy with this look. And I might even add just a little, I might even just braid a tiny little braid, like all the way through, not a French braid, just braid a tiny little braid and have it come across and kind of tuck into this braid. But yeah, that's your overall fishtail look. Just kind of turn slightly and tilt back. And you can see, I'm just gonna make sure you can see what's going on. Yeah, just kind of move your head kind of back and forth and look sort of, yeah, exactly. Perfect. So there is the Dutch fishtail braid. And you can really do whatever you like with it. I think I'm going to pin it up and then bring a braid going down. So as you can see, I've pinned this braid just up using bobby pins. So I'll just get you to turn slightly over. If you want to see a little bit of height in here and some volume, you can take your tail comb and just lightly kind of bring it up, or even start by back combing it in the first place so it has some height. But sometimes I feel like often the tail comb can really create quite a bit of volume. And if it creates too much, you can always just kind of pull back down, if that makes sense. So I kind of like to see a little bit of volume in the back. Just cleans it up a little. So now I've taken a section and I'm just going to divide it into 3, and I'm just going to do a cute little normal braid. And then what I'm going to do is also put it over top of this guy. So I'm kind of covering a couple of things. And I'm going to pin it in place. I'm going to stick my bobby pin in and go kind of underneath like that. And then I'll spray it. Thank you everyone for watching. My name is Emma Rivera from Emma's Parlor, and this is
Taryn Lynn from TarynLynn.com.
And we did a beautiful boho look on her, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next tutorial. Oh, and we'll just get you to show the back to everybody. We'll do a little turn, just kind of turning and showing exactly what we did with these loose waves. Thank you for watching. Bye.